In the Yoga Sutras, it does not say, if you practice yoga, if you practice spiritual techniques, you will be free of pain, you will be free of suffering, you will be free of all these nasty things you don't like in your life. What it says in the Yoga Sutras is, the yogi doesn't mind pleasure or pain. This practice is just about waking up. That's the goal, that's the key. Okay.
I have one question actually. Is it possible to be in 2 of those castes or 3 of those castes at once, and really, do you move up it as you kind of gain clarity?
It's just natural evolution. So you start at 1, you have to break the ego, and then you start doing it because you want to get something out of it, and then you start severing your attachment, and finally you're just there. But it's just like life. Some people can experience this awakened, enlightened state, and they don't even know it. They're just there. Okay, they don't call it anything. They don't say I'm enlightened. They're just experiencing it. So just like you might experience it, 60 to 30% of the time, there are other times when you're caught up in your ego, or there are other times when you're trying to achieve something through your meditation practice. So yes, I would say that you can be at different ones at different times, but eventually you will get fully to that final goal. Yeah. Good.
It's good to know.
Yeah, good. Okay, so the Yoga Sutras were written by Patanjali, and these are the distillation of what it means to wake up. This is nothing new. It was taught 3,000 years before Patanjali created this text. Okay, and he wrote this 2,000 years ago. It has a history of over 5,000 years of practice. People have been using these formulas to wake up for the past 5,000 years. And people are still writing books about it and teaching classes about it. And if you apply it in your life, you will wake up. So the first line is, now instruction in yoga in accord with an established tradition begins. And it's important to note in this first sutra that it starts with now. In Sanskrit, that's the word atha, which can mean attention. So whenever you're studying yoga, whenever you're practicing yoga, you have to be here. Just take a moment to tune into how you're feeling in your mind, your thoughts and your emotions, and ask yourself, am I really here now? Am I really listening to this? And the way that you can do that is that when someone's talking, the best way to learn it is not necessarily to be thinking about what the person's saying while they're saying it. It's to just listen to the sounds of the words, let it impress your consciousness, and then when the person's not speaking, listen to the silence as well. Because as you do that, you're always listening in the now. So that's the goal here. So just sit, be still inside, and make sure that as you're here, you are here. So let go of all your thoughts and your emotions and your memories. The second sutra actually sums up everything of what this text is about. It's Samadhi is experienced when fluctuations and changes in the meditator's awareness are restrained and pacified. So what that means is, what you really are, is this witnessing presence. The thing that is always there. It's there when you sleep. It's there when you're not paying attention. It's there when you are paying attention, when you feel good, when you feel bad. Whatever it might be, there's something that is always there. Okay? And that's you. Now, to experience Samadhi, to experience that bliss of self-realization, because that's what this is about, it's always being aware of that point of reference, that thing which you are.
Could you repeat that sutra one more time?
Samadhi is experienced when fluctuations and changes in the meditator's awareness are restrained and pacified. Okay. Now, Samadhi is you. Remember that. Okay, that's the thing that's always there. Right now, most people are identified with their body, they're identified with their emotions, they're identified with their thoughts, what they want to do later, what they're going to do tomorrow, what someone did to them yesterday. When you're thinking about these things, and that's all you're aware of, you're not aware of yourself. And these things that are external to you, these are the changes and fluctuations which are preventing you from experiencing Samadhi. And Samadhi is the culmination of yoga practice. Okay. Take a moment again and check in with yourself. Feel what you are inside. Feel how you feel in your body sitting in this chair. Take note of whatever you're thinking about. And I want you to imagine that all these things that you can observe, all these things that you are aware of, are external things. They're not you. They're the changes and the fluctuations. Every feeling, every random thought, every breath. Now, as you see all these things, just ask yourself, well, what is experiencing this? How do I know? Who knows all this stuff is out there? And that point that knows all these things, that is you. That is Samadhi.